So Amanda, soon we're going to have a workshop together, and I'm so looking forward to it. Can you tell me a little bit more about this workshop? Who is it for? What are we going to study? So forth.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a practical UX research workshop. So it is a chance for you to dig in, get your hands dirty, and actually practice doing some of the steps involved in setting up a new research effort, figuring out what kind of method to use, actually practice like writing some research questions and moderating sessions, and then actually looking at some data and practice kind of analyzing and synthesizing and practice. So there'll be, I'll obviously be talking some. It'll be a little bit of a presentation, but it's really focused on giving hands-on experience for anybody who wants to sharpen their UX research skills. So if you're already a UX researcher, this will be a great chance for you to practice in kind of a safe space. And if you're newer to UX research or haven't done as much of it, this will be a great place for you to get some hands-on time.
And can you break down those 3 days? What will be exactly on those 3 days? What's the most value we can get from those days?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first day will be focused on the logistics of planning research efforts. So really focused on how do you figure out what sort of research method to use to answer your question? How do you narrow down your research questions and prioritize them? How do you figure out what kind of participants you need and how to look for them? How to write effective screeners, that kind of thing. So all of the stuff that goes into research, but before the research actually happens. So that's day one. Day two will be focused on actually running the research. So especially we'll be focused on moderating. So writing questions in a way that is unbiased and will help you really dig in to the deepest answers that you need. And so practice kind of actually running research sessions. And then day three will be focused on data analysis and synthesis. So I have a framework that I like to use that I recommend, especially for people who are newer to analyzing data, and then have some conversations about the best ways to integrate the information you find when you research into the product roadmap or into the designs of the team that you're working on or the organization you're working with. So day one's about planning, day two is about execution, and day three is so what do you do after the fact?
Sounds very practical and just to round out. So give me a little bit about your background. You've been teaching this for a while, right? Tell me a little bit what have you been doing here? How did you get into this?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a human factors and ergonomics background. I thought I wanted to be a biomedical engineer. And then I discovered that I could talk to people for a living, and that was a career path. I did not know that. So I've been in UX research for almost the last 15 years. And I have been in-house and consulting for a lot of different sorts of organizations. So I have been consulting primarily for the last 10 years. And so with all of that, I have been conducting research for people, but also helping teams get set up who are new to research, set up their research processes. I do custom training for organizations, and I teach on LinkedIn Learning. I've been doing that for about the last 6 years. And I give workshops and presentations all across the world. Actually, Avi, I met you in Poland. I've been to New Zealand and Australia and all over the place. I'm waiting to come to Israel next when it's safe to travel again.
I'm really looking forward to it, and hope to see you soon.
Me too.
I'm going to join in.
Okay, great. I hope to see you all there.
Bye-bye for now.